Hello there, this is Cindy at cindybdesigns.com, and again I apologize for the nails. I swore I was not going to get a fill until I finished my mixed media project, but this is driving me insane and it looks horrible too. Today, new Ombre Ink Pads by Stampin Up, and we're going to check these out. I chose this color because it's more of a summer color. But there is two more. There's Rich Razzleberry. I could also pick Bermuda Bay, but I just wanted something a little bit lighter. I'm going to use my Misty for this because I did a couple test runs on the stamp set that I wanted to use, and I wasn't too happy with the results. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that in. But first of all, the stamp set that we're going to use is Flurry of Wishes. And this is actually a Christmas stamp set. But with how we're going to use the images, you're not going to think that they're snowflakes or anything like that, because we're going to fix it up with a different sentiment. And these were laying on my desk from the other day, the Hello You Thinlits. So I just went ahead and die cut a hello right down there from a piece of basic black cardstock. The panel I'm going to stamp it onto it's the lightweight Whisper White. This is a heavy-based Whisper White, perfect for card bases. I've already embossed it with the new Sparkle embossing folder, and as you know, I like my embossing so the raised images are up, but in this case, I'm going to flip it over, and the type of embossing folder that you want to use for, at least for what I'm doing, but you know, it's all up to you anyway. You don't want a super dense pattern. I think I went more dense than I wanted to, but I'm just going to go with it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull in my Misty. I don't know why I have 3 million magnets on there, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and place this gal right about there, because there's two more images that I want to use. Now, for best results when using any kind of ombre stamp pad, and I was surprised about there being 5 colors in here. I think I've seen 3 from other companies. You kind of want to, they're all going to blend together no matter what, but you just want to be able to see the individual colors. So you kind of want to go like back and forth, up and down a little bit. Like that. So all the colors get on there. And the one thing good about the Misty is if you don't like how it turned out the first time, if you feel like you have, like right up here I have too much of a light color, flip the pad over. And just keep on going back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and, close the door to that. Give it a good press. I think I'm going to get a good impression out of this. But you never know. And if I don't like it, then I can always do it again. Now see, that turned out okay, and you can see the different variety of colors in there from that ink pad. So we're going to pull this one off. Now the next two that I want to use, they're hooked together because there is a coordinating punch with this. Cutting apart stamps is no big deal, but when you have a punch that is exactly like your images, you want to do it straight and be very careful. So that way you can put them back together and use them. And I'm just going to go right up the middle. And of course I'd miss the very edge. But since I did go right up the middle, they go right back together perfectly. Nothing to worry about. So I'm just going to give these two stamps kind of get them placed where I want them. And we'll kind of do the exact thing all over again. So I'm going to close the door and once again do my little smaller images might be just a tad bit more difficult, but you're still going to get the variation in color. And what's really cool about these too is if you want to have one image lighter than the other, you just simply pick which part of the pad that you want to use. So I'm going to close that and give that a good press. I probably pressed down way too hard too. I was looking for my roller. And we're going to check this out. And I'm cool with it. I do kind of like how that little, it looks like a cross, how it just kind of breaks up the image a little bit and pops on through. So I'm going to clean up because this is my card size Misty. I take very good care of her. My larger one is pretty trashed. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off and get all of this out of the way. And that's how you use the ombre inks. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some fine tip glue pen. I honestly prefer matte medium. However, I made a tremendous disaster. It's a small bottle. I have a very hard time squeezing it. So I thought I would go ahead and put what I had left into one of these fine line tip bottles and fill it. And after a day, I'm not doing so well. This is my disaster. I don't recommend it. So either my nozzle was clogged, I don't know. I just have zero luck doing that. So I'm going to find just a good place to put this. Now this stuff comes out once you get it going, so be real careful. And I'm just going to put my dots on here. I was talking yesterday, no, I didn't do a video on this, I cased Pam's card. With these little images right here that are super thin, there is a separate die cutting plate. Okay, I'm out of frame. There's a separate die cutting plate for it. I honestly haven't tried it yet, but I'm happy with the wax paper. And again, plus I know where it is. So I left myself just a little bit of a blank spot to pick it up with my tweezers. Now what's cool about this is that there's already that plug up there that you can put down that will keep your nozzle from getting all clogged up and funky. So I am going to grab my sentiment with my tweezers right about here. And this is one thing that can be a drag about laying it down, is that you've got to get it done right the first time. And again, the matte medium, it does dry matte. That's what I appreciate the most about it, because if it goes outside like it did right here, I don't know if that's going to shine like glossy accents or if it's going to dry matte, but we'll find out sooner or later. So that's still going to be drying, which I am fine with. I have like a little smattering of sequins over to the right of me. They're clear on my craft desk, and I don't know why I put the lid on this, so I'm going to open this up again. So I'm just going to dab a little bit on there and then drop it down. And it may look loose now, but it'll eventually stick. And there's several different sizes of clear sequins that I have, so just pick what goes along with whatever you're doing. I put more of a medium-sized one up here. And I actually think I'm going to break my rule of threes this time, to be honest with you. I'm trying to find a baby one, because there's like 4, 6, 8, 10 millimeters. I don't use, I think the 10s are too big. Again, that's my personal preference. So I'm going to grab another baby one. And these are the 4 millimeters. That one up there is a 6. And I might just toss in an 8. To fill in that blank spot right there. And this is how large the 8 millimeter is. And honestly, that is our card. Super clean, simple, easy, super simple. If you wanted to add some dimension to it, throw some foam behind it. I am not going to do that this time, just to keep this short. And I did not pre-cut it. I'll worry about that later. However, what I have done is, I hope those things are dry. I grabbed some of the Stampin' Up tear and tape, and it's literally pull the tape and tear. My OCD doesn't like it because it's not perfectly cut, but since this is part of the video, I wanted to keep it short. And it honestly works just fine. It's just me being neurotic. I do like the tearing portion of it though. And you can do that with the Be Creative tape that I normally do use. One more tear down there. You want to give that a nice press. Now if you notice with the tear and tape, I'm going to bring this up real straight, or right in your face. You can kind of see in the middle to where it does not cover this entire length, and that just makes it really super easy for you to pull it off. Because most of the time you see me use my pokey tool to grab it. I'm going to pull my card base back in. A2 standard side folding card. And this is about 1/4 of an inch. It's like 4 by 5 1/4. So when I get this lined up, press it down. There we go. It does not get much more clean and simple than that, but what makes this card special, we have some great debossing going on in the background. The Ombre Ink Pads, that black sentiment just really jumps out at you. And then we have a little bit of bling. And to be honest with you, I gotta put one more down here because it's bothering me. It looks naked. If you're having a problem with your little bit of stickiness, just go ahead and give it a good shake and find a piece of scratch paper like I just did, because it really came out. And you can see my blob right there. So with this one, I'll go ahead and grab another 6mm sequin and put it down. And remember, you can put down any color sequin you want, and especially with those new enamel dots, they would look really awesome. So here we go. I hope that you enjoy this clean and simple card, picked up a couple ideas using some new and old Stampin' Up! Products, and I will catch you at the next video. Again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, sign up for my newsletter, and remember, this is a Christmas stamp set, but challenge yourself to take a set that's meant for a different season and use it for now. So take care, God bless, and I will see you the next time around. I hope that you have a fabulous day. Bye.